Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope you all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today we're going to be cracking open this Studio Series Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal figure. I got this from Ollie's for $15. Sorry, the focus went out there, but yeah, that is an incredible deal. I just didn't get this figure yet for no real reason. I just hadn't gotten around to buying it, and I am certainly glad I waited because now I've got it for $15. So let's take a look at the back here. And I just want to say I am getting over a minor cold, so I do probably sound a little congested, and I will try not to cough and sniffle throughout this video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and crack open Primal. I've been very excited to get this guy, and I think it completes my what are they called? The Maximals. There. Completes the Maximals that I wanted from this movie, because I will not be getting Air-Razor, but I do have Cheetor and Rhinox, and there's the big monkey in the packaging. Alright, I've got the instructions here. Let's get him out of his packaging. And he's got some solid weapons from what it looks like here. Got an axe for Optimus Prime. I will do a few comparisons in this video, both in Beast mode and in Robot mode. I can't talk, apparently. What would be in here? Is this the chain and the transwarp key? I think that's what it's supposed to be. And I have not watched a review on this figure for a while, so it's gonna be kind of fresh for me getting this guy in hand, which is kind of nice doing for once, because usually I watch and rewatch reviews until I get the figure in hand, especially when I know I'm going to open it soon or be getting it soon. And God, I hate this wrapping. So there's the transwarp key, which is pretty good. And then we got his chain. It's not broken, is it? Or is it just... No, it's just in two pieces. The case, it seems like it. Seems like it just plugs like that. So, okay, cool. Let's get this out of the way. Move this stuff off to the side. Get all that crap off my desk. Okay, I just decided to pause the recording while I got those twisty ties undone, because I didn't want to just sit here and do that. It wasn't very exciting, but we have the figure now out of the box, and he's looking pretty good. I like a lot of the colors used here. The silver is really nice. I think this gray is just, it's ever so slightly dull, but I don't think it's bad in that sense. It almost looks like it's, I want to say aged, you know, like they've been on Earth for a while. Who knows how long it's been since they've got like a Cybertronian bath or whatever. I don't know what it would be. But yeah, it looks pretty good. The back of the legs are a little unsightly. That's just a lot of kibble, but I know that gets cleaned up in bot mode. Even though I'm not going to be keeping this guy in beast mode, or not in bot mode. I'm going to keep him in beast mode. I don't know, maybe there's a way to really just kind of hide that in a pose or something like that. Right off the bat, I'm noticing the feet don't really have any side-to-side like tilt. There's just back and forth with the this hinge back here. So that is going to be slightly disappointing when trying to pose him around in this mode. But otherwise, he's looking pretty good. And he's even got some pretty solid butterflies. He can do his chest pound. Just that's pretty cool. Okay, since he doesn't really use these weapons in this mode, I'm not going to pose him with him yet, but let's just see how... Put the transwarp key in his hand, see how well it fits. Not too bad. And then I do believe this actually separates, just like in the movie. And yeah, and actually it was kind of a funny coincidence that I found this guy at Ollie's for this cheap, because I had just found the movie for $5 at Walmart, and for some reason I just hadn't gotten the movie yet, so felt like perfect timing that I got this and the movie at the same time. So I need to rewatch the movie before I go and pose and take pictures of this guy. But yeah, he's looking good. Let's bring in a couple figures just for comparison. We got Cheetor and Rhinox. Let's move Cheetor over here. So yeah, there's my live action Maximals. I'm not going to get the Airazor figure just because I don't think that figure's really great. If they were to go back and repaint it to be more accurate to the movie, I would probably get it, but not in the current release that we have right now. But that's a solid squad right there. I like it. It looks really good. And then we got these. I don't know why I put them in a truck mode, but I did. I do think this scale is a little like slightly off because didn't he like run with the truck, and he looks gigantic here. So I don't know. It looks okay. Got those. And then I think the last one I was going to do in this mode for now, I've got a few other figures over here. Oh no, I've got one other figure, sorry. Got this guy. So there he is, just kind of peeking through. Let's get the live action one posed back up real quick. But yeah, we got Noah, who I guess maybe looks a little big compared to Primal, and then we've got the what is this? The Kingdom release of Primal. So looking pretty good there. I think I like this beast mode just a little bit more. Just I don't know the mechanics of it. Not that I hate the organics of this one. I just think this one, I don't know. There's a certain like style to it that I really like in terms of the design. But now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and put him into bot mode. And then we'll do a few more comparisons and just kind of pose him up and see how I feel about him in that mode. All right, and there he is transformed. And this wasn't too bad of a process. And something I didn't notice before I transformed him is both of the hands, both the gorilla hands and the robot mode hands have articulated fingers that are separated. So it's 2 and 2. I noticed that they were articulated. I didn't know they were split like that. Yeah, he doesn't look too bad. I think the gray is a little dark here, like at the abdomen, and I'll get into why here in a minute, but of course he's got his blades, as you can see, and we'll plug that in. Yeah, they've got the peg and the hole, so we can attach this to it as well. So this will be fun for posing and taking pictures, because I can do like, he's tossed a blade, and he's kind of like sending it back or something like that. I don't know. I'm excited to try this out. I also know that it'll work for Battle Trap, if I'm not mistaken. His like mace thingy. I don't have that figure yet, but yeah, that looks pretty sick. I like it. I'll have to really get to posing at the figure to really see the extensiveness of it. This backpack's a little unsightly, but I understand, and you know, it doesn't look too bad from the front. It's just, it looks like he's got a hunchback. But getting into a few quick comparisons, I have to compare him to the YOLO Park figure, and this is why I said the silver looks a little dull, is because I'm used to the YOLO Park figure, and he's got some very bright, vibrant silver here at the abs, and along here at some of the other parts, which it is painted on this figure, but yeah, and this head isn't technically accurate. It needs the battle mask, but I'm not too fussed about it because this figure is going to be in beast mode because I have this guy to represent the robot mode, and I'm perfectly happy with that. So there is that comparison. Here is the original kind of design with the Kingdom figure. As you can see, kind of the similarities. You know, the blades are very similar, and some of the small design aspects here and there. But yeah, that looks good. Bringing in his fellow Maximals, we have Cheetor and Rhinox. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me now. So Cheetor and Rhinox right there. Looking like a pretty solid squad. I like that a lot. Again, I don't have an Airazor, but I like these three together as the live action Maximals. So there's that. We've got B and Noah. We're looking pretty good here. Again, I think Noah's a little large. I don't know. I think he's big compared to the truck mode of Optimus, but I think he's big compared to being just a human in this context. And yeah, he's big compared to B, so I don't know. Maybe this guy's just too scaled up, but I don't mind this comparison. And then here we have Scourge and Optimus, and we're going to have to give Optimus his axe, because that is the accessory that came for him. Little dull, at least compared to his sword, as you can see. Let's push him back a little bit, but you can see the dull gray next to the painted kind of deep gunmetal gray there. But still, bot modes, those look pretty good. And let's get Scourge posed up a little bit better. And then you can see that height comparison, like so. Looking all right. So yeah, I think that's it in terms of comparisons I was going to do. And let's just go ahead and try and pose this guy up. Like I had mentioned a second ago, like he just threw the blade or was like swinging it around. So let's try, okay, turn that. Oops, disconnected the leg. So put it into a throwing. Okay, now that's pretty sick. I like that. That is pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if it would make sense to have it still connected here, but that I like that. How it can stay like that and do the pose and all that. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Let's try one where the swords are actually connected into the blade. Again, I need to rewatch this movie so I can remember what all he does in both modes so that I can properly pose him. Let's try that and have him... Can't really look up, which is a shame. Oop, disconnected the backpack. Pivot the foot. Let's do a bit of that. Yeah, it's not too bad. He poses up pretty decently. And I'm liking it. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to end this video. It's a pretty cool Primal figure. I am very happy now that I finally have him, and he is, so far, been a blast. I don't have any serious complaints, so I'll get to taking photos and eventually do a review of this guy and share my final thoughts once I've posed him up properly. But yeah, overall, good experience, and especially for $15. So if you do not have this figure, go check your local Ollie's and see if he's there. There were 2 on the shelf at mine, so I managed to get lucky and find him there. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a great day. And I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.